Hello everyone, welcome to another session on Introduction to Television and Cinema. In this session, we are going to discuss about the history of Malayalam cinema. It's quite interesting a session. For the reason we are familiar with some of the names, and it's kind of an exciting thing to know more about Malayalam cinema. Like we are familiar with some names, or you can say some people, they are like the parents, fathers or mothers or grandfathers of some popular figures right now. So it's like a good kind of a feel for us also, and somewhere or the other, some of these names we are quite familiar with them. So that kind of familiarity, it actually gives some a kind of an excitement. Okay, so we'll start. In the previous session where we talked about the very beginning of Malayalam cinema, we discussed three names. Okay, first one was Jose Katukaran, and we also discussed about his Joe's Electrical Bioscope. Then the second name that I've discussed was Daniel, okay, J.C. Daniel, and his contribution to Malayalam cinema was in fact the first Malayalam cinema Vigada Kumaran, which came in the year 1930. Okay, so that was the second thing that we have discussed. Thirdly, we discussed about Marthanda Varma, the movie. Okay, so in our discussions of Marthanda Varma, we have also seen that there were some issues of with regard to the copyright of the book that got adapted. The book by the same name by C.V. Raman was in fact, C.V. Raman Pillai was in fact adapted to Marthanda Varma movie, and it had some kind of complications with regard to the copyright, and because of that it was withdrawn from the theaters. And so these are the three things that we have studied as a kind of a beginning. Then we have also seen like the first talkie in Malayalam by name Balan. Okay, so we'll start from there. The scene is set somewhere in 1940. So we are going to discuss here like a timeline of Malayalam cinema from 1940 to 2000. Okay, in between I'll take a kind of a break, somewhere in 1970, which I'll discuss. That particular period I have already mentioned in my introduction part. 1970 is the year, 1970s, that particular decade, we can see that the new wave cinema trend or parallel cinema, the trend of parallel cinema in Malayalam cinema or Malayalam film industry. So that I'll deal as a separate video. Okay, Malayalam parallel cinema, it's like a very oft repeated question, and also like we have something to discuss up there. So I'll treat that particular section separately in another video. Okay, so otherwise I am going to discuss here from 1940s to 2010, that decade. Okay, or you can say the present decade, the last decade also, including the last decade. So we'll start with the 1938 Malayalam movie, or the first talkie in Malayalam, Balan. Okay, it is in fact a story by A. Sundaram. Okay, the name of that story, the title of the story was Vidhiyum Mrs. Naidu. Okay, based on that, this particular movie Balan produced, okay, by, and it was directed by S. Notani. S. Notani is basically from Bombay, and he was in fact the person who was there behind the two movies like Balan and also Jnanambika, which came in the year 1940. Okay, so 1938 we have Balan, and 1940 we have Jnanambika. Both the movies were directed by S. Notani. Notani basically from Bombay. He was from Bombay. Okay, and another thing that we can see in Malayalam cinema is that in almost all the first few Malayalam cinemas, the producer were basically from producers from Tamil Nadu. Okay, and so the setting, everything was actually from Tamil Nadu. With regard to Balan, you can say that the setting and the background work, everything was based on Madras. Okay, so that was the background. Then it was basically a melodramatic film, okay, and you can see that there was so much of influence of Tamil in that. And as I've told you earlier, the background, the people who are working behind, this particular movie, the location of the movie, everything was from Tamil Nadu, and because of that Tamil influence, will definitely be there. Okay, so that is all about the first movie, that is Balan, and the second movie was Jnanambika, which came in the year 1940. The third movie that we have discussed in this particular context, and altogether this would be like the fifth movie. Okay, so that is Prahlada, which came in the year 1941. Prahlada movie. Then this movie is directed by K. Subramaniam from Madras, okay, and it is basically featuring Guru Gobinath and Thangamani Gobinath. There's no need to look into that. You just have to remember the directors. We are not looking into the actors right now, except for mention of some very important actors. So Prahlada movie, after Prahlada movie, which came in the year 1940. You can see that then it's like the Quit India movement and that peak time of Indian struggle for independence, and because of that we don't see a Malayalam movie till 1947. Okay, so the next Malayalam movie that actually came into place was Nirmala, which came in the year 1948. So in this particular section I summarize the first movie that we have discussed was Balan, which came in the year 1938. You have to remember the year 1938 because this is the first talkie and you have to remember the year. Then the second movie that we had discussed was Jnanambika, which came in the year 1940. Both were directed by S. Notani. Then the third movie that we have discussed was 1941 movie, Prahlada by K. Subramaniam, and then there is a kind of a break for somewhere around 7 years, and the next movie came from the Malayalam cinema, film industry was Nirmala, which came in the year 1948. This is an important movie for the reason that this is like the first time a typical Malayali who was there behind the movie, and it was in fact directed by P.J. Cherian. And what he did was like his son and his daughter-in-law were in the lead role, and it broke many kind of taboos that were there related to cinema. Means till then people from the noble family, they don't go for acting, okay, it was considered as a kind of a taboo. And when he placed his son and his daughter-in-law into the movie and so many family members into the movie, he broke that particular taboo which was there till then. Okay, so Nirmala 1948 it's a kind of a landmark movie because this is for the first time a typical Malayali kind of a film that you can see. Another thing is like it explored other possibilities of cinema, like you can say the possibility of music and songs. Okay, so the playback singing kind of a thing that got introduced with the 1948 movie Nirmala. Okay, so that is also another significance of the movie Nirmala. From then on, you can see that that song dance sequence has become a very important component of Malayalam cinema. Then after Nirmala, we have Velli Nakshatram, which came in the 1949. This is also like a very important movie for the reason this is a movie which was shot in Kerala for the first time, and it actually marked the beginning of Udaya Studio in Alapi. Okay, so Udaya Studio at Alapi got that took shape with this particular movie Velli Nakshatram, which came in the year 1949. One thing I forgot to mention with regard to Nirmala movie which came in the year 1948 is that, and I've told you, they have introduced, you know, this particular movie has introduced song and dance into cinema, especially Malayalam cinema, and the lyrics of this particular movie was penned by G. Shankarakurupu. Okay, so that is another point that you have to remember.